Greetings everybody, it's Red Hunter. Welcome to a new playthrough on my channel for BattleTech. And God, this music is loud. Sorry, hopefully it's not that loud for you. But I'm gonna get this music turned down. Let's go to campaign. And let's do a new campaign. Let's do a custom campaign. Is there a way to... So let's turn contract payment and salvage to normal. I mean to generous, because it makes the campaign more fun, and then we'll make everything else normal. And then we'll click start game. I'll explain what BattleTech is and everything for those who are uninitiated. But we're gonna let the prologue play first. The prologue is a tutorial and I'm not skipping it because it's part of the story.
I am Kamea of House Arano, High Lady of the Oregon Reach, Protector of Coromadir, and the Sword of Restoration. But I am not a hero, no matter what the stories say. A hero would have sacrificed more, compromised less. A hero would have done better. You know this, of course. You were there. My father used to tell me stories about the ancient times, about the Star League, a golden age of prosperity, upheld by the great mech warriors of old, guardians of the innocent, protectors of the peace. I always dreamed of following in their footsteps. I was too young to see the truth of things. After all, it wasn't heroism or a noble cause that won me the throne. It was hiring a mercenary, skilled enough, perhaps ruthless enough, to carry the day. Hiring you. I still don't know if you fought for honor or for the thrill of it, for belief in my cause, or just in my money. But whether it was your noble heart or mercenary mind, your actions gave us hope. That makes you a hero in the eyes of history. Whether you believe it, that's up to you.
Okay. Welcome to the Oregon Reach. The Oregon Reach is a small kingdom in the Rimworld Periphery, a region of space that lies at the outskirts of the more densely colonized Inner Sphere. It's home to the Oregon Coalition, a federation organized around a parliamentary monarchy and ruled by the Anara family. For 3 generations of under the rule of House Aranara, the Oregon Coalition has remained a beautiful corner of the periphery. It is here your story begins. Let me see settings wise. There we go. Audio. I need to turn audio down. Alright, we're gonna turn it to like halfway. Subtitles are on. Alright. That should make it a lot easier. So we're gonna click next. Now, decades ago, your family came to the Reach from... This is where the explaining is going to begin. So, BattleTech this BattleTech PC game is based off the tabletop game, which has been around for ages. BattleTech are like 30-foot machines with various advanced weaponry, and there is... I'm not recording it, for the video, but there's an intro cinematic that if you let it play once you load up this game, and it talks about the Star League, which was mentioned in the intro cinematic for this campaign. And so pretty much you have great houses that have spread across from Earth, or Terra as the game calls it, and they've organized into like different kingdoms, houses, built around families. And at one point they were they came together to form a Star League, which was like an age of it wasn't peaceful because they still attacked the Wormworld states and stuff, but it was an age of prosperity, an age of advanced technology. And then there was an assassination of the First Lord, aka the leader of the Star League, and the Star League Defense Force destroyed the assassin, and the general of the Star League took about 80 to 90% of the Star League Defense Force and went into beyond known space because he didn't want that army used for combat. The one of the successor states, that's what the states that made up the Star League are called, declared himself First Lord, and the secession wars began. There are, at the time of this game, they're fighting or about to fight the Fourth Secession War. The Secession Wars have beaten humanity back almost into the not into the Stone Age, but like the age of advancement and scientific technology and all that stuff is over. They have fallen so far behind what humanity was at the peak. So you have the great houses. You have the Draconius Combine, or Kurta, House Kurta. Mech warriors who hail from the Combine tend to be fierce, disciplined, and relentless fighters, no matter the odds they might face on the battlefield. Although the Draconius Combine is as ethically diverse as any of the vast and assault empires, it is also one of the most culturally homogeneous. Over the centuries of rule, the founding House Kurta has succeeded in uniting the people of the Combine into a single culture, one heavily molded around the medieval Japanese society, while some, most notably the descendants of the conqueror principality of Rashel, or whatever the hell that says, continue to chafe at the uniformity of the Draconian society. Overall, this has created a much more cohesive populace and military than seen in the other great houses of the Inner Sphere. And if you hover over it, it tells you the Inner Sphere is the region of space within about 500 light years of Terra. This area is divided between the 5 successor states to the former Star League. This region is the heart of human civilization and culture. Beyond the Inner Sphere is a periphery. Yeah. The Draconis Combine is one of the 5 successor states of the Star League, located core-ward and spin-ward of Terra. Ruled by House Kurta, the Combine has always been aggressively expansionist. The head of the Combine was the first of the Council Lords to declare himself the new ruler of the collapsing Star League. Regularly in conflicts along its border with all its neighbors, the Combine is a highly structured militaristic society with rulership in the hands of the Coordinator, the Commander-in-Chief of the Draconis military. The Combine's culture is heavily influenced by the Japanese roots of its ruling family, despite minority status of those with Japanese ancestry, as its cultural heritage is imposed from above by the predominantly Japanese ruling class. The current leader of the Combine is Coordinator Takasha Kurta. Then you have the Free Worlds League. Mech warriors who hail from the Free Worlds League tend to be passionate and enduring fighters who value justice and equality above all else. The oldest and theoretically the most democratic of the great successor states of the Inner Sphere, the Free Worlds League is actually a broad coalition of many minor noble houses. For most of the League's history, it has been ruled under martial law by the Captain General, who by tradition is from House Merrick. The cultural diversity and relative independence of its component regions are at once the greatest strength of the Free Worlds League and its greatest weakness. Okay, so The Free Worlds League is one of the 5 successor states of the Star League, located Rimworld and Anti-Spin World of Terror. Ruled by the House Merrick, the League was, with the Capellian Confederation, one of the original signatories of the treaties that would eventually form the Star League. After the fall of the Star League, the Free World League granted broad control over its economic and government to the commander of its military, the Captain General. The League is known for being a powerful mercantile state, but the succession wars have nearly destroyed its economy. The current ruler of the League is the Captain General, Janos Merrick. The Federated Sons, who are my personal favorite, the Davians. Mech warriors who hail from the Federated Sons tend to possess more finely honed skills and better equipment than their counterparts from other regions of space. They often see themselves as righteous warriors and champions of liberty, sometimes to a fault. Though nearly extinguished by the Draconius Columbine in the First Secession War, the Federated Sons, a constitutional monarchy ruled by the renowned House Davian, has become arguably the most powerful of the 5 great successor states. Through skillful military campaigns and subtle diplomacy, House Davian has significantly increased its number of star systems under its control in the last 2 centuries. The Federated Sons, one of the 5 successor states of the Star League, the Federation is the most powerful of the 5, and the people of the Federation pride themselves on their self-proclaimed role as defenders of justice and liberty. The Federation is quite capable of ruthless, decisive action, though, and its idealism readily gives way to pragmatism when called for. The current ruler of the Federation, Prince Hans Davian, is an experienced and unconventional military commander. The Federation's alliance with the Lenin Commonwealth effectively ended the Third Secession War. By Freedom Sword, from their capital world of New Avalon, the Davian family led the military son to become Federated Sons to become one of the most powerful and largest and most military powerful states in the Inner Sphere. The Federated Sons' motto, by Freedom Sword, illustrates their self-image as a nation, the champions of freedom, democracy, and human rights, although the reality is not so clear-cut. In addition to being a military power, the Federated Sons is home to the New Avalon Institute of Science, the premier research and development center of the 31st century. They end up shortly after the events of this game, or around the events of this game, they end up in an alliance with just a second. Let me see if it says it. Okay. So the Lenin Commonwealth, it's the largest, it's the wealthiest of the 5. They have the largest economy, and they have the most, and they have the largest functioning, battle mech factories. So what it lacks in military prowess, it makes up for raw numbers and an industrial scale. So it's ruled by Archon Katrina Sterner. So she marries her daughter to Hans Davian, and they formed a federated commonwealth, which becomes the this game is set between the 3rd and 4th expansion wars, like the 3rd and 4th secession wars. So yeah, they ended up becoming the Federated Commonwealth, which becomes like a superpower within the 5 states. The Capellian Confederation, Lelio. Mech warriors who hail from the Capellian Confederation are dedicated and steadfast combatants, capable of holding the line and often surprising those opponents who would make the mistake of underestimating them. It has suffered the most from the hands of the other successor states over the last 2 centuries of war, having lost nearly half the territory it once controlled at the height of Star League's rule. Over time, the leadership of House Leo has transformed the Capellian Confederation into a socialist police state with a highly regulated economy. Most Capellians take great pride in their citizenship, which must be earned through service to their state. And then you have other stuff. But we're going to go with the Federated Sons. Alright. You are of noble birth. Though immigrants to the Agrarian Reach, your family soon established a comfortable presence in a small backwater system on the edge of Agrarian space. By the time you were born, your family had become the de facto ruling nobility of the system's only inhabited planet. You were the oldest child, heir to the family's title and ancestral battle mech, an old blackjack model BJ-1. That's where you met Raju Mastiff Montgomery, a veteran of the Secession Wars, whom your parents hired on for a season to train you as a mech warrior. Raju was a strict but capable teacher, and you quickly became a skilled pilot under his tutelage. It was an uneventful life. Until the day after your 16th birthday, when you were exiled. This gives you like gunnery and tactics. You struck out on your own. Your family went bankrupt. Your family died in an accident. Your family was betrayed. I'm gonna go if you were exiled. Even though Gunnery and Guts is my favorite one, but we're gonna go with Gunnery. I like Gunnery and Guts are the two best ones, so we're gonna go with Family Was Betrayed. I'll explain why. These are the best in a minute. Alright. So Gunnery determines the chance to hit with ranged weaponry. Higher skill is an effective counter to evasion and environmental effects that hamper targeting. Guts improves the maximum health of mech warriors. It also reduces the penalty for weapon recoil and increases the threshold of heat that triggers overheated. Tactics gives you effectiveness of called shot opportunities. It also reduces the penalty for indirect fire and improves the minimum range of weaponry. That's actually pretty good. Piloting gives you increases your melee chance hit and base sprint distance. It also improves the threshold of stability that triggers unsteady. But we're gonna go with Betrayed. Actually, let's read Betrayed. Your family was betrayed and its seat of power destroyed. You defeated the betrayers, but you were the sole surviving member of your house. With nothing but your family's ancestral blackjack to call on your own, you set off to make a new life for yourself. Out on your own, you fell into the life of a, we're going to be a coalition soldier. You tripled the Commodore, the capital of the Agrarian coalition, and enlisted in the coalition's military. You quickly rose through the ranks, distinguishing yourself as a reliable mech warrior. Life as a soldier wasn't glamorous, but it suited you just fine, and it gives me +1 gunnery. On an ill-fated mission, you were caught behind enemy lines and separated from your lance. Raju happened to be on patrol nearby, and he launched a daring rescue. Upon finding out that it was you he had rescued, he brought you into the House of Reno Royal Guard. So it is that you find yourself reunited with your old mentor, preparing your ancestral blackjack for guard duty on the coronation day of Lady Chimera Reno. Alright, and now we're going to go ahead and pick up, I think we're going to go with her. I'll customize this stuff later. We're gonna go with Nissa, because Nissa is the name that I want to name my first girl when I have one. We're going to randomize the last name until we find something that we want. Nissa Patton, okay. We're going to randomize call sign. I like Hex. We'll see if we find a better one. You know what we're going to do? We're going to call this one Archer. That's going to be our call sign and our signature mech. And pronoun will be she. Okay, your character background. We're going to hit confirm. Sorry this took so long. I wanted to explain a lot of the background. The High Lord Tomato Areno II is dead. The Agrarian Reach is left at an uncertain crossroads. Once prosperous, it is now a kingdom in decline, surrounded by powerful neighbors. Lord Santiago Esperano, brother-in-law to the late High Lord, is convinced that the slow-moving council of founding houses must be dissolved. His proposed directive would conscript their house guard and centralize power under a single throne. However, the High Lord's heir, the noble Lady Chimera Areno, is determined to rebuild the Reach without transforming it into an authoritarian state. She refuses to enact her uncle's directive and has rebuked his pleas to reconsider. On the morning of Lady Areno's ascension to the throne, her loyal captain of the guard, Raju Montgomery, makes preparations to escort her safely to the coronation procession that awaits in Cordero City. Coronation Day, Summer Palace, 8:53 local time. And yes, I played through and beaten this game before. But I enjoyed so much I want to do it again. And want to play it differently than I played it originally, which I'll explain how once that comes up. You'll see little tidbits about the world and combat and everything up in the corner. And you'll often get this screen which says prepping for combat when it's loading, and you get a begin mission.
Command interface initiated.
Camera movement. Move the mouse to the edge of the screen. Camera rotation. Use the right mouse button or Q and E to rotate the camera. Okay, Archer. I've had the Espinosa refit yards rush repairs on your blackjack. Look like it's all in one piece, but we should run some diagnostics on it just to be sure. Standard field test, you know the drill. More importantly, though, I want to tell you about the job I brought you out here to do. Now, do me a favor and get that battle mat moving. Let's see if there are any kinks in the actuators. Move your mech to the,
I'll come right out and say it, kid. I wasn't completely honest with you the other day. There's gonna be more to this job than escort duty.
I brought you here because there's something wrong in the capital. It's been far too quiet since the High Lord's funeral, and I'm worried about the Lady Chimera's safety during her coronation procession. Anyway, it looks like your we'll pass that. Let's conduct a weapons test. Target one of those burnt-out urban mechs and open fire.
Like I was saying, I can't prove anything, but my gut tells me something's off, and a warrior trusts their instincts.
Okay, so you select a target with your mouse, or you press tab to cycle between targets. Click fire when ready. So you can see I moved here, and these red lines are the targets that I can hit. And you see when I hover over them, you see the weapon accuracy. This is not 100% correct, but it's pretty close. So test dummy, we'll fire at the one on the left. We'll fire all weapons. You can see the and that destroyed that test mech entirely.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Good shot. Your guns are in working order at least. I've been training Lady Arena since she was 14 years old. She can be naive at times and proud, but I have no doubt she'll be a just and effective ruler. It's on us to see her safety to Cordero City. I'll rest easier once she's in the capital with her cousin Victoria by her side. Lady Victoria, well, she's only been training under me for a single season, but she's already shaped herself into one of the strongest mech warriors I've ever seen. Reminds me a lot of you, truth to be told. Anyway, we should run a check on your targeting computer. You see that drone over there, the one moving through the tree line? Put some hurt on it for me, and then when it turns, take it out with a rear angle shot. After it's down, we'll keep moving.
Kamiya's like a daughter to me, and her late father, High Lord Tamati, was a good friend.
So we're gonna fire. So you see cover reduces damage, which makes sense. But rear attacks, ignore cover.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Nice shot. Now, I don't know how familiar you are with Oregon politics, but the Reach was badly shaken by the High Lord's death. It needs a smooth transfer of power, and Kramer belongs on the Cormat throne. Go ahead and fire up your jump jets, kid. I want to see you descend this cliff face. Aim for that patch of ground over there near the edge of the lake.
Victoria pulls no punches, but She's been a loyal companion to Kamea since they were kids. Aside from you, there's no one I'd rather have by my side in a fight.
Engaging jump jets. Enemy detected.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. Jump jets build a lot of heat, and that was more than your engine could handle. Head on into that water. We need to get you cooled off.
Water reduces movement speed and increases a unit's heat-seeking ability by 50%. So if you're running hot, get in water. Warning, plasma leak detected. Jump jet malfunction. Jump jet systems damaged. System inoperable until repaired. Oh, for the love of all the gods. This is what I get for insisting on a rush job. Not that I had much of a choice. The yards were backlogged like you wouldn't believe. It looked like they were trying to process every single Royal Guard mech in time for the coronation. Doesn't it need time to get your jets replaced, so we're going to have to make do without them. Go ahead and take that mech down with a melee attack. I want to make sure nothing else is going to break down on your blackjack before we take it out. Melee attack. So we select, and then now you can see where we just click on this. We click attack, and our melee accuracy is at 95%. Good hit, at least that's a solid. Alright, one last test. I want you to take the blackjack up to a sprint and evade my attack.
Push that engine, kid. If something goes wrong today, I want to know that your mech can maneuver.
The further you go, the more evasive charges you gain. Each evasive charge makes you harder to hit. Congratulations, Archer. Your blackjack's as combat ready as it can be, given the circumstances. For what it's worth, I hope my suspicions turn out to be unfounded, and we end the day having a good laugh about what a paranoid old man I've become. But if not, then I know you'll be ready. Alright, it's time to move out. Lady Arena is waiting for us at the mech bay.
An impressive display, Sir Raju. Of course, this mech warrior was a student of yours. I'd expect them to know their way around a cockpit.
Full throttle.
Archer, allow me to introduce Chimera Arena, the soon-to-be High Lady of the Aurigan Coalition. Is Lady Victoria on this channel? For the time being, my father has summoned me to the Pinkton docks. I have a fleet inspection in the tour of the family refit yards to preside over before the coronation. Behold the responsibilities of a noble daughter, a font of tedium that never runs dry. I know the feeling, cousin. By this time tomorrow, I'll be responsible for the entire reach. Give my best to your father, and don't be late for the tourney. The gambling dens are already taking bets on how long it'll take me to cripple that customized monstrosity that you pilot. Bold words, cousin, but the only victory they'll be celebrating is mine. You may be ascending to the throne today, but my Kaja is more than a match for the family heirloom that you call battle mech, and in the arena I reign supreme. Chuckling, we'll see, cousin, we'll see. At any rate, I'll see you at the tourney grounds. Sir Roger, I'm ready to go when you are overland along the Cormet Road, as is the arena tradition. Aye, Chimera, we'll get you there in one piece. Archer, falling behind me. And remember what I told you.
Mission successful.
I remember the Aurigan Reach of old, the time of the Great Expansion. I was just a boy then. Proudly we went forth, bringing the light of our coalition to so many systems. And for what? To see our great kingdom slowly waste away? Year after year, the Council deliberates while our economy falters. And the wolves bay at every door, while covetous neighbors plot against us. Well, I say, it can go no further. We are here today because if Lady Arana will not act, someone must. I know what I'm asking of you. You will face former comrades, or even loved ones, on the battlefield. I take up arms against my own niece. But remember, today we sacrifice so that tomorrow we can return our kingdom to its proper glory, to its proper strength. So should you fall tonight, know that you did so as true heroes of the Reach. To your stations, for the Directorate!
A shocking betrayal, I know. We're all shocked. Coronation Day. City outskirts, 13:22 local time. Yeah, so facing matters. Keep your least damage armor locations facing your enemy. We'll cover that in a minute. Yep, be careful of jumping in energy weapons in lunar and Martian environments. Preparing for combat. This, of course, being a tutorial mission, is pretty simple, straightforward. The missions get harder. But, like I said, I've beaten this game, so it's not impossible or unbeatable by any means. I'm going to miss this, Raju. The clarity of purpose that I felt in the cockpit of the battle mech, the simplicity of it. But there they are, just up ahead. The city gates of my future, all laid out before me. Wait, what is this smoke? What's that smoke? A guard post, one of the small ones that dot the road leading in the capital, but the emergency band's been quiet all morning. I haven't heard anything about any fire.
This is damned odd, and I don't like it. Kid, keep your head on a swivel and be ready for anything.
Alright. So force reduced the movement and spotting distance and provides cover 20% damage reduction against range attacks to the front and side. Stacks of guarded. We're
Aye, aye.
No, wait, we don't like that move. Some sort of explosion. Looks recent too. Do you think it was an accident? No chance. You see those scorch marks on the rubble? That's laser fire. We need to get you out of here, Chimera, right now. Yes, I think you're right. There's a patrol of Royal Guard mechs up ahead. We should go to them.
Whatever's happening here, I won't let it derail your coronation. Your people need you.
Thank you, Raju. I will prove myself worthy of the faith you've placed in me.
Of that, I have no doubt. On my way.
I'll make it happen.
One of us has to be the Oh wait, that's not the right way. We gotta go down to the road.
Roger that.
I'm on my way.
So when you're not in combat, you can move your mechs in any order, even together. Sprint speed is determined by mech, by your mech, and also by how good of a pilot your mech warrior is. I may change the call sign. I'll decide all that stuff like in between episodes.
Location confirmed.
Hail, Mastiff. Hail, Lady Arano. We were preparing for Lady Arano's coronation parade when we got word of a disturbance along the road. A guard post behind us was attacked. Is the road behind you clear? Aye, all the way to Southern Gate. Lead the way, sure, Raju. We'll fall behind you and guard your 6. Tell me something, guardsmen. If the road is clear, why is your battle mech damaged? Our mechs are overdue for maintenance, but that isn't important right now. We need to worry about the Lady Arano's safety. Now, my lady, if you'll come with us. No, you're lying to us. It's my coronation day. No mech tech would have sent you out for parade duty in this condition. I am the sovereign, sir. You will tell me what has happened here. Damn it, girl. We don't have time for this. Take them. Kill the old man and the mech warrior. But take Lady Arena alive.
Fall back, Kamea. Get behind us.
You didn't train me to cower, Raju. You trained me to fight.
Safeties disengaged.
Alright. So, once combat has begun, different mechs move in different phases. Lighter ones generally move earlier than heavier ones.
I've got your back.
We're gonna go ahead and move into cover.
Moving.
There's no reason not to move into cover. There's no reason to stand in the open and get shot. We have a Panther and a Shadow Hulk. Of the two, the Shadow Hulk is a lot more dangerous. We're gonna shoot the Shadow Hulk, actually. Yeah, I mean... Alright, so, you can take a look at the... But neither of them have a lot of armor. If, the Shadow Hulk normally has more armor than this. The Panther has more armor despite being lighter. Okay. Oh, this thing has a large laser instead of a PPC. Alright. So let's talk about the weapons. AC-10 is autocannon 10. They fire in, like, bursts. They're pretty powerful. You can see that they do 60 damage, and I have 16 ammo. Lasers are lasers. They do 25 damage each. Medium lasers. And the LRM-10 does 4 groups of 10 damage. 4 groups of 10 missiles. And I have 240 shots. That's so... 4 groups of 10 is 40 shots. That's not like 240 shots of this, but we're not gonna turn on the LRM because it's got a 45 hit rate, but we'll fire the rest of it.
Copy that.
Alright. So the Shadow Hulk just had an LRM 5 crit that has lost the ability to use it. Now it's running away.
Tell me what you need.
Let's get Chimera in the cover, because she, I mean, all units have to survive. But, so Chimera's sporting 2 medium lasers. Oh, also, the reason the long-range missiles are not that accurate is because they have, if I hover over it, does it tell me? Yeah. They have, they're extreme range, and, they have range requirements. So the closer you are to a mech when you fire long-range missiles, the worse the hit rate is. SRMs are the exact opposite. They're short-range missiles designed to be fired at short range. So again, we're going to click on this. We're going to turn off the LRM, and we're going to fire the SRMs. We're going to fire 3 groups of 6 missiles. And the medium lasers. So, the lasers hit first,
Inflicting heavy damage.
and then the missiles scatter across the body afterwards. So again, we're going to move into cover because we're not stupid. And we're going to fire. We have good range with everything, so we're going to fire to try to take this mech down. We have armor cannon 2s, which is the like sniper auto cannons. And you can see they're arm mounted -1 to hit. I mean, so they get accuracy for being arm mounted. Target size is 3. Shot modifier is +2. So the autocannons fire first, and then the lasers.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
The mech lost its leg. It got blown off, so it's down, but it'll get back up. Is there even any reason to move? So we want to cold shot the right leg. Actually, we want to cold shot the center torso, but we'll fire at this thing. It's fine.
Damn you for making me do that, son. Damn you.
Destroyed the center torso anyway.
What a waste.
Come on, bro. You gotta come to me. You see that did less damage. Those missiles did only a couple each because of cover.
Yes, I hear you.
This mech also gets cover, but its arm and torso have been destroyed, and this should take you out. I'm trying to get. The reason I'm backing up is I'm trying to get better angles and range from my autocannons. Alright, that destroyed left arms and heat sinks.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Heat sinks control how well
How can I
do mechs sink heat.
help?
If you overheat your system, your mech can shut down, and you'll take critical damage. So now the LRM-10 is at 85%. There we go. That's dead.
Battle mech down.
Chimera, can you hear me? Alexander, we were just attacked. The Royal Guard, my own guardsmen, tried to take me prisoner. It's happening here too. The Royal Guard are killing one another in the halls. Lord Krono's house guard just got gunned down in front of me. The Trinity Pavilion is a slaughterhouse. I won't let these seditionists or whoever they are steal my birthright. We need to rally every loyalist we can find and make a push on the capital. I'll take the throne by force if I must. Go to the township, to the armory. Your soldiers are using it as a rallying point. I heard Lord sent his house guard there a few minutes ago. Someone's here. I have to move. Rally your forces you can and meet me at the turning grounds. Be safe. You heard him. We'll go there. Rally our fighters and march on the southern gate with an army on our back. Chimera, I know that you and Lord Madara are friends, but we can't take what he told you on faith. Right now, we don't know who we can trust. In this case, we do. Alexander has been my closest friend and confidant for as long as I remember. His loyalty is beyond question. I trust him with my life and yours. Now take me to the armory. As you command, my lady.
Traitors in the guard. And I fear this is only the beginning. Follow me. Keep close and remember your training. Things are likely to get ugly between here and there. Affirmative.
Wait, no, this is not the right way. It's this way. Yeah. I don't know why I did that.
Copy that. I'm moving out.
Yep, all friendly units must survive. Now we have enemy contact, which is why I move them into cover.
I've got your back.
This doesn't. There is no. There are no shots, so I'm sprinting instead of moving. You cannot sprint and fire in the same turn, but you can move and fire. That would be a miss because of the sprint, and every time you're shot at, it reduces your evasion by 1. It's not 1 per weapon; it's 1 per volley of fire. You actually have a shot now. So we had heat previously, but we moved a couple times and it synced it. You can see somewhere here. You can see the mech's information in the bottom. And when it's white, the armor is unblemished. When it's gray, it's starting to get damaged. And if it's black, the limb is gone. If you lose your center torso, both legs, or your head, your mech is down. And when it's red and shaded, it means there's internal damage. This is regular armor, this white bar. This gray bar is external structure.
Engaging target.
Nice job,
Yep.
kid. One fewer hostile on the board.
Most light vehicles are easy to kill, and you can see only my autocannons had range there, so that's all I could fire. The other weapons were grayed out. You can't fire weapons that are not in range.
I'm listening.
Is it? If I go here,
Confirmed.
I still get to use cover. And I can fire my actual weapons. So let's take a look at these things. This one has an AC-5 and a machine gun. This one has an SMR-6 and an LRM-10. We're going to take this thing out. We're at sort of middle range where both the SRMs and the LRMs can hit. As you can see by the fact that they both are everything 75% or more.
Good hit.
Another enemy casualty.
Yeah. These vehicles are not going to be able to stop me.
Damage.
This is why cover exists.
Armor holding.
Okay.
How can I help?
Is there a reason to... There might just be a thing to fire.
Copy that.
Yep. The autocannon took care of that. I didn't even need the other stuff. But again, there's no reason to move out of cover.
The poor bastards.
They all down, they're not. So we want to sprint into cover here.
Full throttle.
You have my attention.
You have a shot from this angle? You don't. So no way moving out of cover may not always be the best thing, but I'm gambling on the fact that I can take this vehicle out in one turn. So you can see you have an overheat alert. We need to turn something off. We're going to turn off the LRM. It's still an overheat, so we're going to turn off. We're going to turn off a medium laser. What?
Taking the shot.
And we still took it out.
Enemy vehicle. Oh no. No, no. We're too late.
So units travel faster among roads.
Sounds good. I'm moving.
Right now we've taken very little damage. Camara, do you read me? It's Espinosa, your uncle. Do you hear me? House Espinosa is usurping the throne. It can't be my uncle, Victoria. Camara, I just watched an Espona battle mech plow through an alley full of civilians. This is happening, and it's happening now. Your lords have fallen back to the market district. That's where they're making their stand. What's left of the Royal Guard are doing their best, but there's something wrong with their battle mechs. What's that sound? Oh gods.
Alexander!
It's over, Camara. Your ascendancy, the Arano legacy, all of it. Victoria, what have you done? You know, Camara, for years I loved you like a sister, but then my father helped me see it. Your family's complacency, what it's done to the Reach. Our nation dwindles like a dying star, and House Arano is to blame. My father offered you a path to glory. I'd have fought under your banner proudly, served as your strong right hand. It was like a knife to my heart when you turned him away. Damn it, Victoria, I taught you better than this. You taught me lies. Camara, for the love that I once bore you, I'm going to give you a chance to surrender. Or even spare the old man and his mech warrior if you stand down now. I don't want to see you hurt, but you cannot be allowed to rule. I'll see you hanged for this, Victoria. You and your father both. Do you hear me? You're traitors to the Reach, and I will fight you to the last. Then you truly are a fool. I'll spare you in spite of yourself, but you've cost your royal escort their lives. And here comes enemy contact.
Attention, all Espinosa apprehended and taken alive by my command. Fail to follow these instructions, and you will have me to deal with.
So we have a locus. This is probably the most dangerous one. Medium laser, small laser. This thing just has 2 medium lasers. And this thing has SRM2s and medium lasers.
Talk to me.
Alright. I am talking to you. Your orders are to kill something. Let's actually take out the... Alright, you've been nominated. You're also not in cover. So left arm and left torso that doesn't completely neutralize you, but it hurts. Alright, that's good. Misses are good. Not good for you, but I mean...
Standing by.
Who cares about you? You are traitors to the Reach. Let's continue to fire. Can we fire everything? No. There goes that mech. There we go.
The wrong side.
Firing everything is called an alpha strike, but it generates so much heat, and your mechs dissipate a certain amount of heat. I think it's like base 36 a turn plus the amount of heat sinks that you have in your mech. When we go into mech customization and stuff like that, we'll get into all of that. Again, moving into cover because one of the all friendly units must survive is one of the conditions to clear this mission. That is awful shots. Yeah, we're not even going to fire this stuff that's sub 50. We're just going to fire the autocannons. Hey, we hit with both of them. Good gunnery.
Incoming transmission.
Attention, citizens of Coromadir 6. This is Lord Santiago Espinosa. With the unanimous support of the founding houses, I have assumed control of the Oregon Coalition. For your own protection, I urge you to remain calm and stay indoors until otherwise instructed. All hostile units, stand down, and you have my oath that you will not be harmed. Resist, and you will be fired upon.
My father placed his faith in that man. I gave him my trust. He was family.
Alright,
How can I help?
let's move you to cover. I mean, you were already in cover, but let's move you again. And let's take out the... We're not going to fire the LRMs because they
Engaging target.
have shit accuracy at this range.
That's one less hostile on the field.
So he has a special ability called
You need
Bulwark.
more practice.
So when he's in cover, he takes 40% less damage instead of 20%. We'll be getting that for every single mech warrior we use because it is so good.
Reading you loud and clear.
I think I'm just gonna fire. We're not gonna fire the LRMs, and we'll cut a medium laser off, and we'll just fire. I want to get you close enough that we can actually hit you with things. But we have to be careful with our angles. We'll put you there. Here's an alpha strike. Chimera, do you read me? Alexander, thank the gods. I thought I lost you when the bombs fell. You very nearly did. The city is lost. We have to get off this planet. We need to do it now. I can't abandon Cormader. The system is my home, my birthright. The battle is over. Chimera. Lord Madeira has the right of it. It's time for you to run. Escape from this madness and to live to restore the coalition another day. Yes, you're both right. My uncle has won. The reach is his. We'll mourn for it later, the both of us. For now, you need to move. I have a dropship waiting at Shepherd's Pass. I'm on my way there now. Hurry and meet me there, please. We're on our way.
You get to that ship, Alexander. I mean it. We will not lose you and my throne on the same day.
Okay. Get to the landing zone. All friendly units must survive and destroy the vehicles. We can destroy these things easily. Ow. Oh yeah. So rear attacks ignore cover. Don't get hit in the rear. Your rear armor's a lot less.
Talk to me.
Pro tip there. Do we have any angles with direct shots? No. So because of that, we're just gonna move here. Even without a direct shot, we can fire our LRMs, as you're about to see. Oh wait, no, we do have direct shots. I was wrong.
Locked on target.
Well, in that case, you, Mr. Vehicle, was going to get destroyed. I thought for sure it was only LRMs.
Tell me what you need.
What I need for you to do is go here and not get shot in the ass. That's what I need. So you can see the heat coming off the mech.
Affirmative.
There we go. Vehicle's destroyed.
Flagged a hostile vehicle.
Exiting combat. Your turn.
Standing by. I'll do what you ask.
This sprinting, you will see, will reduce our heat, but it doesn't completely.
Affirmative.
And now we have our final. I believe it's our final fight of this tutorial. It's your last chance, cousin. Don't make me order your death. Do whatever you must, betrayer. A headstrong fool to the end. Damn you for this, sigh. Captain Hurst, destroy them. Master, my cousin, all of them. Leave no survivors.
As you command, my lady.
As you command. No, sir. Alright, so we have a Wolverine, which is a strong medium weapon, and we have 2 laser turrets.
I've got your back. Aye, aye.
So, different pilots have different abilities. One of the abilities he has is the ability to multi-target. So, we're going to fire just the autocannon, and then I think at here we're going to fire the medium lasers and the LRM. If I'm correct, this should take both turrets out.
Copy that.
I'm not correct. I hate being incorrect. That took neither turret out. That sucks. Okay. What? What? Why are we going hand to hand? What? Why?
That shot went internal.
It wasn't a shot. Why are we going hand to hand?
You have my
What is the
attention.
point of that?
I'm on it.
You can see the smoke is gone. Alright, now you also have multi-shot, so let's give you 2 lasers, and then we'll fire the LRMs at you. And then an SRM at you as well. Then we'll fire the rest at you. So we're firing at 3 targets. Turret destroyed. Turret destroyed, good. We want to get into position to destroy all of you. Left arm destroyed, that's good.
You've got my attention.
95 to melee, sure. That did some amount of damage to you, but ow. I'm okay with this though.
Yes, I hear you.
What's our attack now? Let's maybe not fire the LRMs.
I'm on it.
Yeah, SRM, when your ammo explodes, it destroys the area where it exploded in. What is our angle right now? What if we shot you right now? These are pretty good angles. Let's fire everything. Center torso destroyed.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Exiting combat, your turn. Proceed to the evac zone.
Fall in behind me.
Copy that.
All friendly units must survive. All units must be in this yellow mark.
Aye, best to let her cool down.
Thank the gods you made it. He's preparing the engine now. In another 5 minutes, we'll be ready to depart. 5 minutes is a long time, Archer. You see Lady Areno to the docking ramp. When she's aboard, come back to me. We'll hold this pass against whatever comes.
Thank you, Sir Raju. Thank you both. I won't forget what you've done for me today.
Get Chimera to the dropship. That should be it, right?
Moving out.
Enemy contact. Oh, nope, there's one more group of people. All units advance. I want you to take down that dropship, destroy everyone and everything that stands in your way. Alright, Archer, I've trained you for this. We'll fight side by side, watch each other's back. Above all else, we'll keep Lady Areno safe. Protect the dropship, it's all that matters. Warning, engine heat critical. Warning, error, shutdown initiated. Error, reactor offline. Weapons offline, systems inoperable. Trouble with your blackjack, Archer? Shame. That's been happening to a lot of Royal Guard mechs lately. You have numbers on us and you resorted to sabotage. And you're gloating about it? You got no honor, you vicious little brat. Neither not you nor your backstabbing father. Shut your mouth, old man. My father is a great man. I swear to all the gods you will suffer if you insult him again. Your father is a coward, and so are you. Archer, I want you to eject now. Punch out. You're no good to anybody in a broken mech, and I won't let you die today. Eject, mech warrior, now. That's an order. Now come from me, Victoria. Your teacher is waiting. Come and show me what you've learned.
Mission successful.
Mission successful. we can customize everything at, but not yet. This, now we get a cutscene. Commander Areno dead. Disposed Noble killed during escape. So, 8 hours later, high orbit. Commodore. Easy there, Nissa. You took a nasty crack on your head when you punched out. Don't worry, you're safe now. Continue. My name is Darius Oliveria, and I'm the XO of Markham's Marauders. We're a mercenary outfit with ties to House Areno. We did some work for High Lord Tamati way back when. I didn't introduce you to Commander Macram, but he was on a supply run in the Market District when the bombs fell. He didn't make it. You rescued me? Why? Seemed appropriate given the circumstances. After seeing what happened to Markham, it didn't feel right leaving you in the hands of this new directorate. When we picked up your broadcast on the emergency band, we knew what we had to do. What about Master Sir Montgomery? Were you able to find him? We found his mech. It was completely cored out. Nobody survives a hit like that. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. We supported the Royal Guard on a handful of deployments, and Sir Raju earned my respect many times over. His death is a loss for us all. Were you able to recover my blackjack? Yeah, our mech tech hauled what's left of it in a mech bay. It isn't pretty, but if you give him enough time, Yang can fix just about anything. Try not to take the loss too hard. Yang said that your mech shows sign of deliberate sabotage. Whoever you had working on it really did a number on the reactor. Punching out was a right move. So what happens now? Well, things aren't looking so hot around here with the coup and all. House Esperona's directorate is a new de facto government of the Agarian Reach. I'm sorry to have to tell you all this, but Lady Arano is dead. Her dropship was destroyed on takeoff. It's all over the news. Well, shit. Our sentiments exactly. We'll jump leading the hell out of Oregon territory. I've already booked transport on the first ship out. Waiting to a nice quiet stretch of independent space all the way across the frontier on the Caponian border. Not a cheap trip, but we'll worry about how we're going to pay for it later. As for you, well, you've got options. According to your blood shit, you've got family out in the Federated Suns. If you want, I can look into booking you transport on a freighter bound for Davian space. I can't make any promises, but I'm willing to try. The Federation isn't my home. Never has been. My family moved to the Reach before I was born. In that case, you could stay with us for the long haul. When we get where we're going, we can drop you at the nearest planet. Maybe you can make a place for yourself there. Of course, I'll need you to pitch in for your share of the fuel, plus food, lodging, and repairs on your mech. Fair is fair after all. Alternatively, you could find a place for yourself in the Marauders if you wanted to. Wouldn't take you long to work off your debt, and you ran with Mastiff, so I know you've got chops. Think it over. Sleep on it. You've had a hell of a day, and we've got a long road ahead. 3 years later, Wormworld Frontier. 3 years later. 5 minutes later. Every time I see stuff like that, I think of the SpongeBob meme. Yeah. So destroying an enemy mech or head or legs removes it from combat and increases the salvage. Salvage is important because it's one of the main ways you get new mechs. We'll talk about all that when it comes up. If we were in career mode, which we are not, we would need to increase our mercenary score. I'm actually going to run a career mode campaign as well, which I'll record for the channel. Yeah, and about that, it's been an hour and I haven't really given my intro. I'm Nick, aka Red Hunter. This is a gaming channel, which I guess if you're watching this, you know that. And it really helps the channel if you'd like and subscribe. A lot of you aren't subscribed. And leave a comment. Let me know what you want me to do, what mechs you want me to go for, and stuff like that. We'll talk a lot about that in upcoming episodes. Let's begin our mission.
Command interface initiated.
So now we have 4 mechs with us. Mech combat in this game is fought in lance. You'll hear like company. Companies are made up of 3 lances. Lances are 4 mechs each. Companies standard are 12. Battalions are 3 companies, which is 36 mechs, and then a regiment is 2 battalions usually. Some regiments have a 3rd battalion, but that's and around 72 mechs or 108, depending on if you have 2 or 3 battalions. The Independence Prospectors League thanks you for your assistance, Commander. We're miners, not soldiers. We can't fight these bastards off on our own. That's what you're paying us for. Don't worry, we'll get your platforms back. This isn't just about reclaiming what's ours. Majesty Meadow killed hundreds of us when they tried to jump our claim. We want you to make them bleed for what they've done here. Commander, the opposing force, OP4, aka opposing force, is holding 2 of IPL's mining platforms. The first designated Alpha is where they're keeping their turret generator. Move in fast and take them out. Those turrets hit hard, so you want to neutralize them ASAP. Platform Bravo is the site of OP4's corporate security tower. Engage and destroy it. If they bring mechs to protect it, take that out too. Then circle on back and we'll collect our pay. That's right, I'm ready and willing to authorize the transfer. Now go, Commander. Hit those corporate pigs where it hurts. We'll be watching the action from here. Your lance is resolved. The blue bar next to your pilots increases with each round of combat. When it's half full, your pilots will be inspired. +1 accuracy to all attacks. It also increases when you destroy enemy mechs or units. And it lets you do some cool stuff, which we'll talk about. We have 4 mechs now. These 4 mechs and 4 mech warriors. We actually have 5. There's 1 on the ship that we're not able to use because you only bring 4. But they will form the core of our mercenary unit. So we could go straight up this road, but there's turrets straight up this road. That's a way to get shot. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to go this way.
I read you, Commander. Moving out. Move order received.
And let's talk about the 4 mechs that we have. We have the Blackjack, which is a medium mech. I believe it is 40 tons. 40, 45 tons, something like that. Generally, the higher the tonnage, the more armor and weapons you can stick on a mech. That's dependent on like engine size and a few other things, but yeah.
Waiting for orders.
We have Glitch, our Vindicator, who is a medium mech. Vindicator has a PPC, particle projection cannon, which is 50 damage. Medium laser, small laser, which has 20 damage, and an LRM-5, which is 4 groups of 5 damage.
What's up, boss?
Behemoth is in our Shadowhawk. It's got the autocannon 5, which is 45 damage. The medium laser, an SRM-2, which is 2 shots of 8 damage, and then an LRM-5, which is 4 groups of 5.
Orders?
And Decker, who's got 2 medium lasers and is in our light mech. I'm going to put all of our mechs up here.
You are trespassing on Majesty Metals and manufacturing property and acting in collusion with a domestic terrorist organization. Cease your advance immediately, or you will be fired upon.
Alright. Armor and internal structure. Displays. The total armor and internal structure of a unit is displayed on its status bar. Hovering over the armor section of the mech readout reveals its specific status level along with the components it contains. Armor. White bars on the mech readout. When a section's armor is depleted, the internal structure is exposed. Internal structure. Orange bars on the mech readout. Internal structure damage breaks a critical hit and a loss of components. When a section of the internal structure is destroyed, its components are destroyed as well. Depending on the angle of an attack, only certain sections of a mech can be hit. Focus your fire in the same area of multiple attacks to maximize damage. Backshots. Shooting the rear armor of a mech and knows its guarded and cover status. Back armor. Battle mech armor is notoriously weaker in the rear. Target indicator. The ring around the target unit glows red to indicate its arc of the attack. The flashing lines of the targeting computer on the top of the screen shows which sections are targeted. Yeah. So, we're gonna sprint upwards and continue in cover.
Affirmative.
And remain evasive. So, I don't think you can die in the tutorial mission. I don't believe so. I think you can die in this mission. I didn't last time I did this. But, this is technically still a tutorial mission.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, so the best way to eliminate this thing is to take out this. And to do that, we're going to go ahead and... So we could destroy the turrets one by one, but sometimes when you attack base areas, they have turret generators. Not always, but sometimes. Taking out the turret generator, which has 100 hit points, will just disable the turrets. So we just did about half the damage. That is an enemy spider. But who is?
Receiving.
Can you? No, I want you to jump, you fool. Do you not have the ability to? I suppose you can jump into cover. You don't have multi-shot though.
I've got a sensor trace.
Yes, you do. I know you do. We're gonna fire an LRM-5 even though it's not gonna take it out. Alright, Glitch, what do you got for me?
Waiting on you, Commander.
If you have a regular move, do you? No. So let's jump because jumping increases evasion. As you can see, we have a PPC and LRM fire. There you go, turrets are offline. So now we get to destroy the tower, but there is an enemy mech. There are two enemy mechs, in fact. That won't help me at all. So we're just gonna... Actually, if we sprint, can we sprint into cover? No, but we can sprint here. And we'll go here. What is this other mech? It is a commando. Okay. Of the... So you can see you a bulwark. So you get to take 40% less damage with the Shadowhawk.
Standing by.
You know, I think I'm just gonna fire. Do we have... No, you know what? If you're not moving, you're dead. So we're gonna go... Can we jump behind you? Can we jump into the rear arc? I think we can.
Affirmative.
That is an awful shot. Let's not take that. This is going to spike our heat, but that's okay.
Let's see how you like this.
Yep. So that did a little bit of damage. No, don't melee attack me. That's smart because it ignores cover. But you missed. So that wasn't smart. And now you're going to get wrecked.
Waiting for orders.
Now the Shadowhawk is going to jump away from the danger. Because I don't appreciate getting meleeed. But the angle I attacked at only allows me to LRM, which sucks. So we're going to brace instead. We're going to pick up Vigilance, which will give us Guarded and Entrenched, and increases our initiative. Initiative is how quickly you move. Can we not? Are you telling me we don't have this shot? We're going to fire the medium lasers. It'll remove evasion at least.
What can I do for you?
Can you jump into a range where you have like shots? And you can.
Taking the high road.
Ugh. You know, just brace. That's fine. Yep. Now there's another enemy we have to destroy. We may just melee these mechs, because...
Waiting for orders.
Let's move into cover.
I copy.
Let's shoot this thing in its ass. Which is not...
Now let's see how you handle this.
That did break through the armor.
Something good.
No! Speaking of rear attacks, we just got hit in the ass. Yeah, so here's what we're going to do. We're just going to go ahead and... see about shooting you. This is a lot. We're not going to fire the...
Engaging target.
medium laser crit. Good, that takes out half your firepower. And it destroys your right leg.
Detected.
There's that Shadowhawk that's coming. And you're firing at the mech and cover, which is fine.
I hear ya.
That would be incredibly dumb. We're not going to do that. Wait, no, we want to...
Standing by.
So, firing from there will let me... No, it won't. Why not? It will, yeah. So, we're not going to fire the LRMs, but we'll fire the rest. Cold shot to the torso, center torso destroyed. Cold shots to the center torso are just the most...
Salvage that.
it's less salvage, but it is much more accurate. If you punch through the center torso, you core the mech's gyro, which is its balancing thing, and it can't get back up.
Good to go.
Melee is at 80%.
Ugh.
There we go. And you fire a small laser. So that helps. That just took out your torso and everything. Heat. Heat is built up by firing weapons or other effects. This is shown on the right bar on the side. Heat buildup can cause internal structure damage, can shut down a mech at higher levels. Shutdown mechs are highly vulnerable to enemy targeting systems. To reduce hit, click the dot next to the weapon to toggle it off. Standing in water or other cooling terrain also helps to heat each round. Certain weapons like LRMs cause stability damage to a mech. This is shown by the yellow bar underneath the mech readout. Taking stability damage can cause a mech to become unstable. Unstable mechs lose their guarded status, are unable to sprint, and may even be knocked down. Falling mechs injure their mech warrior and temporarily set them back a step in the initiative order.
Good to go.
So we know that's a Shadow Hulk. That was 2 misses. Trying to shoot it in the ass and keep missing.
That's a miss.
But it removed its evasion. Shadow Hulk is a mech that we have. Ow! Could you stop?
Damage minimal.
So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to do it this way. Instead of meleeing it. Yeah, that's fine. Did that not take you down? That's incredible.
Orders.
My orders are to jump into cover and shoot you. Jump jets help you with your maneuverability. The further you jump, the better off you are. Let's pick up Vigilance to give you more of a fire.
Target lock on.
There we go. That mech's dead now.
One less target.
So we know where this mech is coming up, so we want to get our mechs in position to kill this thing.
Waiting for orders.
Where can you jump that's safe?
I leap. I soar.
So we're going to brace, which, you know, gives us damage reduction. Come on now. Should I get
Ready
you...
for orders.
Again, there's no reason not to... I've got plenty of armor, but there's no reason not to be in cover. And that'll brace you there.
Receiving you.
You can probably jump over to here, maybe. This will put you in cover. But we don't want to overheat. Let's pick up Vigilance and fire 1 laser at you. This Shadow Hulk doesn't even have full armor.
Copy that.
And now it has even less armor.
The heat is frying my internals.
Wait, there was still overheating? I didn't see that. So you can see the evasion makes this... Normally, this would be like facing up a medium mech would not be the smartest of ideas, but Do we have an angle where we can... No.
Engaging jump
Just stand up there. Not every mech has jump jets. A lot of them don't. We'll deal with this unknown vehicle later. Ow.
They've blown past my armor.
Yes, we know they have.
I hear ya.
So,
My way.
again, we don't have an angle for you, but what we do have are LRMs, which is what we're going to fire.
Special delivery.
Because the reason I can fire over things is because I have a unit that can see this, the enemy.
Good to go.
Yeah, I don't think you are. We're not going to fire any weapons.
Watch my heat levels.
Yeah, your heat levels are not amazing. So we're gonna have to come to this mech. That's what I was concerned about, but that's okay. Why are we not able to move? Here, jump here and fire on everything. Let's turn off some medium lasers. Let's turn off all the medium lasers and just hit the autocannon 2s. We'll take out these warrior these
Waiting on you, Commander. Coordinates received.
so at this point we're gonna have to take a few risks. Ooh. Let's continue to fire on the Shadow Hulk.
Time to die.
As we get our mechs closer.
Yes, Commander.
Or do I... How's your heat? Your heat's really good. Do we jump you to an area where we can... Is there any area we can jump you to? No. Let's just regular move. It's fine.
Acknowledged.
Ally turn, more resolve.
Waiting for orders.
You know what? Your orders are just a brace.
Confirmed. Holding.
Alright.
Good to go.
I don't love this, but we'll... We're going to make it better by doing vigilance. We won't fire the LRMs. But we will fire everything else. structure exposed. That's not great.
Warning. Damage critical.
I think that gets me in range to fire. I'm a little concerned about the heat. I don't think I can... Can I get away with? No, only a medium laser. So this mech is tough. Not as tough as my mechs, but still tough.
What can I do for you?
Is there an angle you can jump to? Yes, there is. Now, you, my friend, are going to take some damage. So we just took a lot of your weapons out.
You'll take it and like it.
But what the PPC does is it impairs sensors, which makes it harder to hit. So you still have your autocannon 5. I don't love that.
Location confirmed.
The tanks will fall easily. Let's fire everything. Gotcha, central torso destroyed. So when you fire at an angle where it hits like what is destroyed components, it moves to the next component. At this point, the angle aimed at the destroyed torso, which is why it went into the center torso and wrecked the components.
Commander? Affirmative.
We should be good to fire both of our missiles now. Not missiles, but medium lasers. And we're also going to vigilance to make it tougher to kill. Fire. Cold shots. Knockdown and shutdown mechs are vulnerable to cold shots. Targeting a knockdown or shutdown mech brings up the cold shot interface, allowing the choice of specific location for range attacks. Attacks missing the target location are more likely to hit adjacent areas. Destroying both legs of the head of a mech without destroying the center torso increases the number of salvageable mech parts, but it's a lot harder.
Good to go. Don't need to tell me twice.
Hello, friends. This is overkill, but we're gonna do it anyway. It's a good thing I did, because the PPC missed. If I just fired the PPC, it wouldn't have been enough. Yeah, we'll take it. If we jump, we should be able to... So much heat. And yes, jump jets use heat. Yeah, we're not firing... We're not firing the autocannons, actually. I guess we are firing the autocannons very well.
Engaging target.
Well, one hit. So that's good enough, I guess.
Standing by.
Let's just go ahead and sprint for the evasion. Yeah.
Aye, aye.
Sprinting will lower our heat. Because although we've taken internal structure damage, we've not lost any components that we would have to replace. And the goal is to keep it that way. We will have to repair these mechs. Armor is repaired automatically. Internal structure damage takes time to repair. Like time being in days.
Standing by. Aye, aye.
Hello, Shadowhawk. Um,
All weapons must go.
there we go. All weapons go. That was overkill, but why take chances?
Reporting vehicle destroyed.
Alright. Now, we get to go ahead and go...
Orders. Got it.
Engaging jump jet.
I don't believe there are turrets, so we're just gonna... We're just gonna sprint. A turn sprinting just reduces our heat. Entering combat? Sure.
Commander.
Yeah, there are no more enemies. So we can just fire at this thing.
Locked on.
Great job, Commander. Couple back to our client's platform. The sooner we can collect our pay and break orbit, the better.
So, here's what I remember. Just...
You betcha.
Alright, resolve, gaining... Your mech warriors become inspired. Yeah. Sure. Let's go ahead and take everybody else. Where is this stuff located?
What's up, boss? Heading out.
Orders.
We're gonna sprint everything else, like over here.
Acknowledge.
Sprint to Blackjack here. You can see the heat reduces every turn.
Receiving you. Roger that. Waiting for orders.
Lich can come over here.
Uh-huh.
Receiving you.
Desker can come over here. Why am I moving like this, right? Why am I just not running everybody? Brilliant work, Commander. We should have no trouble mopping up the other platforms now that their defenses are down. We got the job done. Speaking of which, I wasn't finished. Those platforms won't do us much good if we can't hold them. Majesty Metals taught us that, so we're going to need your battle mechs. You're going to want to reconsider that. Why? Your lance has already been target locked by our turrets. Now power down and surrender and we'll let you walk, or try to fight and we'll tear you to shreds. Your call. Well, there goes our goddamn payday. Hold tight, Commander. We're on our way. Oh, sprint? No. Move, yes. Oh, shoot. We don't get to enter in combat. Alright, well,
Ready for orders.
let's...
All weapons are go.
Yeah, we're fine with this. Here comes some enemies. Which is fine. What I need to do is I need to take this turret generator out. If I fire at it now, first off, how much hit points do you have? Yeah, everything is going to target you. And then we're gonna... No, don't move there, just fire.
Engaging target.
There we go. All turrets now offline.
Target building destroyed.
AKA destroyed. Now we can focus on the tanks. Yeah, you're not going to hit me at that range. And being at that range is stupid.
Good to go. Got it.
And I'm about to show you why. There we go. PPC shot, one shots that. PPP hit, one shots that.
You like that?
I just fired the other stuff in case it missed.
Waiting
You know,
for orders.
we're gonna go here. Shadowhawk should be good. I'm gonna fire all weapons at this thing. I love how, like, when you walk and stuff, it destroys buildings and things like that. They didn't need to put that kind of effort into the game, but they did.
Let's see how you like this.
So, yeah, that didn't work out exactly like I wanted it to, but now, 95.
Putting my weight into it.
Yep, get stepped on. Stepping on vehicles is almost always going to destroy them.
Vehicle.
Maybe we let's take out the lasers that are.
Engaging target.
There we go. Boom. Hostile forces are destroyed.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Stand by for extraction, Commander. Let's get the hell out of here. Oh, and Darius, I know, Myra, I know you want another team meeting. Give the man a prize.
Mission successful.
So, use your travel time effectively. Mission complete. Payout 0. Well done, Commander. You made the best out of a bad situation. Here's hoping we don't run another job like this one. Like that one. And we gained a whole bunch of experience. Everyone's uninjured, but there's some structural damage to deal with. You can see this arm was close to being destroyed. At 25 left. The spider was fine, and it shows you your kills. Yep. Session Wars destroyed Starleaf factories, making BattleTechs harder to maintain and produce. Much is now Lost Tech. Lost Tech is slang for Lost Tech. Rent to own and orbit. You need to start finding us better clients, Darius. I mean it. We've been slumming it on the ass end of the frontier for 3 years now. We are drowning in debt. I'm fully aware of our financial situation, Myra, but I can't just conjure up new clients out of the air. Nissa, do me a solid and back me up on this. No thanks, Darius. I didn't take command of this outfit to settle arguments. Of course not. We made you our commander because you've got a knack for leading us out of tight spots, like this one, for example. Darius, could you walk us through the details of the trouble warrant? It might help if you broke things down point by point. Sure thing, Yang. Point 1. Myra's right. We're in debt. Every C-bill we make technically belongs to the bank. C-bills are the standard galactic unit of currency, named for a Comstar. One C-bill is valued at 1 millisecond of HPG hyperpulsion or transmission time. We'll talk about that later. Point 2. This corner of the frontier is dead zone for mercenary work. There are clients, but they're terrible, and that's just a fact. And that's it. There are no other points. Okay, so we're in a bad spot. What are we going to do about it? I don't see what else we can do, Nissa. I'm already serving up every legitimate contract I can find, unless you want me to sidestep the Mercenary Review Board. It's a broker of mercenary contracts. Ensures an even playing field between mercenary companies and their employers, and is quick to arbitrate any breach of contract. Unless you want me to sidestep the Mercenary Review Board entirely, we're basically out of options. Go around the MRB, no thanks. Taking an uncertified job is a great way to wind up with a knife in your back. We just got betrayed on a board-certified contract, gang. How much worse could it get? Plenty. What happened down there was an exception, boss. If uncertified jobs, it's the rules. Remind me again why we don't just skip town and head to a nicer corner of the periphery area we're in. Because the banks and the jump ships are the things that faster than light travel, typical civilian, we'll talk more about this later. I have an arrangement. Until we pay up, they're going to keep us on a short leash. That's a good reason. Look, Darius, Myers right. We need to start earning some real money. We need to do it soon. It's only a matter of time before something breaks down that I can't fix with duct tape and good intentions. Desperate times, people. Darius, you know what you need to do. You're calling this. I'll start digging for contracts outside the MRB system. Who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky. It isn't like we've got all that much to lose. In the meantime, we need to find another paying job, and our prospects in the system have dried up. I'd recommend booking travel to a neighboring system and seeing what the review board has for us. With any luck, we'll find enough work to keep going until something better rolls in. The banks are holding our jump ship access hostage until we repay our debts. For now, we can only go between the Ukraine and the nearby systems of Alway, Bella, Hopren, and Detroit. Our top priority needs to be finding work so we can raise cash. None of the contracts here are very good. I picked out the only viable one I can find, and helpfully it includes our travel fees as part of the deal. Come by the command center when you're ready to review it. Alright. And this game is saved, and we're right now called Archer's Marauders. We won't be when we come back. But I'm going to go ahead and call this episode here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Red Hunter out.